Hello everyone and welcome to my M1 Finance portfolio. So today we'll be going over really a couple things, how not to invest. As you can see from these returns and gains, it's not looking good. Also, I'll be going over just in general the M1 Finance platform. M1 Finance is a robo-investor where if you're not emotional, you put your money in and leave it. It's typically for long-term investors. You choose the right pie, which is really just an allocation of different equities, and it's really an app that allows rebalancing while you're at work, while you're doing other things. So it's really helpful for today's busy investor. And you can also buy and sell, as you can see here, if you want to do some trading. So I'll just quickly go through. There are a few tabs that you can't see right now. The first one would just be the marketing tab, where you can, our markets tab, where you can see how the different markets are doing. You can see funding, where you can decide to add funds to your account. Discover is probably the most interesting one. The app allows you to filter the different stocks and ETFs and REITs and all sorts of different equities. So as you can see, you can filter by market cap, by PE ratio, dividend yield, and then even by sector. And you can see, of course, the biggest market cap in US right now is Apple, and then it goes on. Further, you can do the funds, and any type of funds you can add as part of your pie on M1 Finance. And the most important ones, I would say, is the different types of M1 Finance predefined portfolios that are available. So for instance, there's general investing. Here you can go in and you could say how conservative or aggressive you want to be, really your level of risk. And here you can see if you choose a ultra aggressive portfolio, you'll get some background on what it means to be a part of that portfolio. And you can also see more information about this specific type of portfolio. So I would just say sign up. I'm not endorsed by M1 Finance. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a person learning, and perhaps we could learn together. It goes over other things like plan for retirement. You can say when you're retiring and choose a portfolio that works for you. Responsible investing, more dividend investors, different hedge funds. Really good hedge funds are on here. Of course, Berkshire Hathaway, a couple of the really good ones. And I mean, this is an app for everyone. So anyways, you can go through the different ones. I won't waste too much time there. I'll just go directly to the previous pies I had in my current portfolio. So before, I had a separation between index funds and hedge funds because of that bet that Warren Buffett had. Wanted to test it on my own. So under index funds, I had an allocation of various types of different indexes. And then let's go back. Under hedge funds, I really just added all the hedge funds that were on that was available in M1 Finance, and I chose a percentage of each of those hedge funds that I wanted. This one was chosen because it had gold in there at the time, and the market was going down, and this one was going up, so I chose it. That was the only reason. But things have changed a little. Right now, I think I want to be a little more passive, so my portfolio has definitely changed. And as you can see, I like this. It's 56 holdings, but I don't have to manage them as much. The app really takes care of the rebalancing. For instance, if the stocks go up, it sells and then buys some that's not that has declined. So over time, it rebalances and does all that needs to be done for you. And you can see it's a low expense ratio, and a good average dividend yield. I'm not looking for $1 million in dividends. So just trying to play it safe and long term. And speaking of long term, as you can see currently, my asset allocation is this. I have Vanguard, emerging markets, Vanguard, all world, developing markets, S&P 500, total stock market, and Berkshire Hathaway at different percentages. And really, when I chose this, I wanted to capture the ETFs that kind of represents most of the countries around the world, like get some to represent China, and then Europe and South America, and of course the S&P 500 for America. So I just wanted to spread across the world, so it's very diversified portfolio. And of course, I throw in out the Dow Jones and the top 20, the blue chip stocks. So those are also there, and it's you can see everyone's favorite: Amazon, GE, Bank of America, Facebook, Google, well, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, Berkshire Hathaway, and so on. So all the big names are in here. And really, I think if I just leave this as it is now, if I come back 10 years and check, I think it would, in terms of long-term return, it would be the same as if I monitor and make changes every day, or it could be even much better because I didn't touch it when it dipped. And that's what I've learned over time. Really, it's important not to sell, buy and sell on fear or on emotions. You really have to have some strategic plan and stick to that plan. Have some calculated decisions that is predetermined before things start happening. So, for instance, if I buy GE now, I mean, G is just going down, but if I buy it now, I can say I will sell if it goes up a certain percentage or down a certain percentage. But most likely, the way I think about things now, I don't buy to sell. I buy to keep. So if I'm buying a company, I'm expecting it to go up over the next couple of years. So I want to start doing that. So I want to get to the point like Warren Buffett where there's no realized gains over your lifetime until you take the money out way later. So that's my goal, to identify companies that are really, of great value and invest in those so I can do this long term. Alright, thank you and welcome to my first video, and I'll be making more of these probably at least once a week so you can see how my portfolio is doing. Obviously, it will be doing much better than it is now, and I guess I could also share what happened here. I put about $20,000 in one day, and then the market just jumped off a cliff, and I sold. And of course, now I'm just slowly building up. As you can see, I only have $500 in. I still have the money. I'm just going to slowly add in as the days go by, and hope you come along on this ride with me. Thank you.